Greetings, this is Earthman from earthmansoil.com. God bless you and your family, and I hope your plants are growing big and well. And if you're using products from Earthman Soil, I know they are. So let's get right into the video. We're talking about biostimulant, and that biostimulant happens to be liquid seaweed extracts. And they're important, guys. They are so important and for so many reasons, and we're going to go over a few of them today. Here we go. One is that seaweed extracts are loaded with trace elements. Probably over, I think way over 62, around 62 or more trace elements are involved in seaweed extracts. And, those trace elements, even though they're in small amounts, they're important part of your plant's growth. They help trigger different enzymes. And those enzymes, when released, are trigger different chemical reactions that play a part in your plant's growth and well-being. And another thing that seaweed extracts have are they're very great, huge source of carbohydrates for your microbes and for your plant to live on. And it's not a quick one; it's a slow source of carbs for both plant and microbes, and you want to keep both those entities happy. You do. And another important part of liquid seaweed extracts are the different type of growth hormones. The first being auxins. Auxins help play a part in your plant turning toward the sun. When the sun is in one spot, your plant will turn toward it. Those are auxins that trigger your plant to do that and help it to do that. Also, auxins help stimulate a big giant root growth. What they do is they stimulate new root growth, new shoots, and they also stimulate longer and stronger roots. And that's important. If you want a big plant, you gotta have big roots. Cytokines are another hormone that are in seaweed extracts, and cytokines help in cell division. And if you want a big, bushy, strong plant with strong stem, you need cell division. And this particular hormone triggers that, and not only does it trigger that to happen, but it triggers it to be efficient and fast, and to use the nutrients and its energy wisely through its growth. And another thing that cytokines do is they help pull nutrients out of the root zone into the stem and into the leaves. That's another trigger that cytokines do, and they help a plant do that and do it very efficient, machine-like, I guess you can say. Gibberellic acid is another growth hormone that comes out, and that's important for young plants when you're like you want to soak some seeds in seaweed extract and put a little seaweed extract in your plant when it's just starting to take off, a little tiny baby plant. Gibberellic acid is important in root formation. And so that being said, there is so much in seaweed extracts, and that's why we use them. And we use a special seaweed here at Earthman Soil. We use a particular, and I can't tell you the name because that's our trade secret, but it's algae seaweed that's grown in a very hostile water where it's very low in sunlight, very low in dissolved oxygen, and almost, if none, nutrients available for it to take in the salt water it grows in. So therefore, it has to use as little light as possible, and it has to make up its own food. And that type of survivor is going to be loaded with all sorts of trace elements, tons of trace elements, and plant hormones, more so than other type of seaweeds that are used for extracts and kelp meal and stuff like that. And we use it, even though it's more expensive and it's harder to get, it's worth it. And not only do we not only use the best seaweed, but the different process that we use. We use vermicomposting for our seaweed before we start drawing out the goodness from it in a broth. The worms get in there and they break it down to its molecular smallness. They break it right down, and they get all of the goodness out of the leaves and the cell walls and break those down and all the cytokines and auxins and all the trace elements. They're all there, my friends, and in a large amount because of our process and because of the type of seaweed used, and not to mention all the different goodness that comes from the vermicomposting and from the bellies of the worms. That is so good that you're not going to get in any other seaweed extracts on the market either. So we use a special type of seaweed extract that's in all our products that are liquid, and our Grovana also, and we're working to get it into the root love and root love science. But they're still amazing products by themselves without it. And so that's pretty much it. Come to our website, visit us. God bless you. I hope you're doing well, and I hope your day goes great, and or night, whatever the case is. May God bless you.